What's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for you? Does it come to mind very quickly? We're going to talk about the nicest thing someone's ever done for me today on day 22 of Vlog Every Day in April. You know, it didn't take me long to think about the nicest thing someone's done for me because they really helped me in a very, very private and personal way. I'm going to share what that is. Some people who know me will be a little surprised because I've never really shared this much, but I think this person deserves a shout out. I won't say his name, but he did something extremely special for me to help me with my emotional, mental, and physical, and even financial health. He stepped in when no one else knew what was going on with me. So in 2013, I lost my granny. A lot of people know that. She was so special to me and such a big part of who I was in my life. And at that time, I really felt like a part of me also transitioned from this life to another. So I felt dead inside many days. It was a significant heartache, and there were days where I felt like I couldn't breathe. I probably went back to work too soon, but I did go back to work 2 weeks after she passed, but it was only a few days after her homegoing burial services. I went back the Monday after that, Monday or Tuesday after that. And I was going through the motions. I was working. I was showing up for other obligations related to boards that I sat on and volunteer commitments. But I was a zombie because I was only going through the motions. I wasn't connected. I wasn't feeling anything. But the secret that I was carrying is what happened when I got home. My home, my beautiful house, was a pigsty. I wasn't washing dishes. I wasn't doing laundry. I wasn't picking clothes up off the floor. From the time you walked in my house, from my garage, is the way I enter into the home, there were clothes everywhere. I would go the entire weekend without bathing, without cleaning up. I would lay on the couch, television on. I don't even remember things I watched. But the TV was on to help me drown out my thoughts. And an old friend kind of resurfaced, started checking up on me. And he would just come over. And he knew I was there. And he was the only person who physically came to my home when I lost my grandmother. So he knew what was going on with me. And at first he wouldn't say a whole lot. He just come by, and I didn't even try to hide my mess. He knew me pretty well. We had known each other for a long time. Actually, he was somebody I dated for a while, so I'll come clean with that part. So he knew me really well. And then one day he came by and he said, Janine, you have these same clothes on every weekend. It is clear that you're not bathing. I guess he could smell me. It was clear I wasn't bathing, and he was like, you got to pull it together. And he stayed around until I started doing much better about keeping my home clean and just really getting back to myself. So although the grief was still very prevalent, within a couple of months, I was starting to kind of find my way back to me. So the nicest thing that anyone had ever done for me was just to come and see about me and to check on me and to love me and not judge me or criticize me, although he joked about it, because he knew who I was inside, but he empathized with the pain that I was experiencing. So I will never forget that gesture. I feel emotional just talking about it now. I will never forget what he did for me, and that he was there when no one else knew, when no one else even really probably thought to come over. He came knocking, and he stayed at the door. I remember one day I wasn't going to answer the door, and he stayed at the door, calling my phone, ringing the doorbell, knocking on the door until I got up and let him in. He came in, he turned on a lamp because I used to stay in the dark. Blinds weren't open, and if you know me, the first thing I do in the morning is open up my blinds. My blinds downstairs in my kitchen and family room typically stay open. Um, so, anyway, I don't want to ramble too much, but that's the nicest thing someone has ever done for me. So, hopefully, you will never feel the way I did and grieve in such a manner. But if you do, I hope you have someone that comes and rescues you the way I did. So today is day 22, April 22nd, for Blog Every Day in April. And this has been my story. I hope that it has helped you in two ways. One, that it's okay to get help, that you should never walk alone when you're in grief. And then the second part is that if someone in your life loses somebody, texting to see if they're okay, Facebooking to see if they are okay, is not okay. You need to get off your butt and go see about them. You need to physically go and see for yourself. Look at their eyes, because the eyes do not lie, and make sure that they are okay. All right, this is the longest video I've done during this experiment, and I'm starting to shake, and I know some of you hate that. And I got a big shiny spot on my forehead. Look at that, the light is shining. Well, I'm in a hotel, not great light. But anyway, bye y'all. Thanks for listening.